Hello, this is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your thumbs up, for your comments, and thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. Now, I know that you have heard of Jim Crow. Jim Crow was a time in the United States of America after slavery when our family members were basically re-enslaved after the Compromise of 1877. And the Jim Crow period was a period when laws were made to restrict the movement of Black Americans and also to get as much free labor out of them as they could. And if you weren't willing to work for free, somehow you're going to end up in jail or in some kind of trouble. It was the after slavery laws, the after slavery brutality, the after slavery oppression that our family members experienced. Nobody went through slavery and Jim Crow in the United States but Black American descendants of slavery. And we have a long history of a lot of things, a lot of abuse, a lot of violence that took place during that time. But we call that Jim Crow, and it lasted from about 1877 until 1964 when the Civil Rights Bill was passed. Now that is documented American history. Nobody went through that but Black Americans. Okay? So, imagine my surprise when I heard Tariq Nasheed having a fit a few minutes ago on Twitter over something that the Latinos have made up called Juan Crow. We have Jim Crow. Now they are talking about Juan Crow. So I'm going to let you hear Tariq Nasheed's meltdown.
Family, there was nothing called no Juan Crow back in those days. Juan Crow is something that they made up in 2008. It was some journalist made up Juan Crow to try to make a comparative struggle. Wasn't no damn Juan Crow. And they're recognized as white. They just weren't white enough. It's that they're trying to make it seem like it was an equal struggle. You're not going to do that because some of the Latino organizations during real Jim Crow, they told us to kick rocks. Y'all not going to sit up here and talk about some damn Juan Crow. Y'all tooted y'all ass up at us and told us where to kiss it. Ain't no damn Juan Crow. Y'all was sitting up here fighting to be classified as white. LULAC brags about being able to classify everybody who is Latino as white. Yeah, the League of United Latin American Citizens. There you go. The League of United Latin American Citizens. It's a big organization. During real Jim Crow, they publicly came out against us, family. They were like, yeah, that stuff those Negroes are going through, their struggle ain't our struggle. Let them do them. You ain't about to sit here and try to make it a comparative damn struggle like we were struggling together. Don't let them do that.
Tariq Nasheed is one of the few people, Black people, who really gets it. He's one of the few that gets it. You have to stand up to this kind of stuff. People are trying to steal your story, trying to steal our story, our narrative, our struggle. It wasn't the same struggle. He is right. These people still think they're white. I had people coming on my channel a few days ago when I asked what contributions had Puerto Ricans made, and somebody came on here talking about we're white, we're from Europe, and we're this. No, you're not. They were trying to be passing, but white people said, enough already. You're not white. So that's how come they stay in these areas where they can pass for white. And the problem also with black Americans is black Americans are so fascinated, and I'm talking about black American men now, they just love those Latino women so much till we are going to, the ones of us who care about our history and care about our culture are going to have to do double duty. Because there are black people who are so fascinated with non-black people that they will give away everything in the bank, so to speak. And then we won't have anything left. And they'll be saying, oh, no, I don't care about that. I don't care about that. We all the same. We all the same. We're not all the same. We are not all the same. We have not had the same struggle. We have not made the same contributions to this country. There is no such thing as no Juan Crow. And I understand his frustration. More than one or two people in the black American community needs to get upset about people trying to steal your culture, because that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to steal your history and steal your culture and make it seem like they're entitled to what you're entitled to. That they're entitled to what we're entitled to. That they made the same contribution. The Puerto Ricans are coming on here, we made so much contribution to this country. And I'm like, what? What? We have to get proud about who we are. And the ones who want out need to get out and stay out. And then they need to become the people that are the outliers and not the main body of black Americans. They are the outliers. And some people could call them traitors. But they're not the main body of our group, because they'll tear everything down that's ever been worked for, trying to assimilate into a group of people who will never accept them. And I wouldn't even want to be accepted by them, because they haven't done anything. The only thing, a lot of even the white people, the only thing that some of them have contributed to America is their white skin. They haven't sacrificed anything. We have the story that everybody wants because we are truly authentic Americans. When you read the history of anybody, any real solid civilization, there was a struggle that went on. There was a fight. There was sacrifice. There was bloodshed. And then the victor eventually emerges. Sometimes it takes a long time to know who is going to be the victor. But you have to stay in the fight. You can't give in because you don't like the way you look. And then somebody else is going to come in calling himself Juan Crow. Really? So really what they're doing now is they're trying to create a narrative that says that they went through the same struggle as black Americans. They're the same as black Americans. They made the same contributions as black Americans. But when you tie them down and say, okay, name it. Name what you did. What did you do? Let me know. What did you do? They'll come up with some little flimsy stuff that won't hold water. So anyway, this is what Tariq Nasheed was upset about. And I understand that frustration. And we should all be upset about it. And we should all be willing to do our part to make sure that other people don't encroach on our story, our narrative, and our struggle. Because they weren't there. Nobody helped us. No, the only help black people have ever gotten in this country has been from a few white people. A few well-meaning white people who are just going to stand for what is right. And it's not a lot of them, but it's enough to get things done. So anyway, we just need to be aware. This is PBS putting this out, this garbage out, destroying their own credibility by trying to discredit our story and trying to add somebody to it like, oh, this is what America is. This is what everybody went through. No, everybody didn't go through it, but everybody wants the story. And that is where we come in. No, we were not together. You were trying to be white and we were black. The end. Okay, y'all, let me know what you think about the video. Thank you for listening. Give me a thumbs up and have a good evening.